When Aduni thought she was alone, she brought out a small black pot. Inside the black pot was something that looked like red oil, but smelled strange. She whispered what Bola could not understand and poured the strange oil into the food she was cooking.
Tamil, please tell us a story. Please like, comment, share and subscribe. Make sure to watch to the end.
In the small village of Idera, life was hard. People worked from sunrise to sunset on their farms, but they were always poor. Yet, there was one person in the village who was different. Her name was Aduni, and she owned the only canteen in Idera. Aduni was known for her cooking. Everyone loved her food. Her jollof rice was so rich and spicy. Her goosey soup was smooth and delicious. Her akara was so good that people often lined up early in the morning just to buy it. People would save their little money just to eat at her canteen, even though her prices were high. While the villagers became poorer, Aduni grew richer. She built the biggest house in Idera, bought the finest clothes, and even had gold jewelry that sparkled in the sun. People envied her success but could not stay away from her food. Over time, strange things started happening in Idera. The farmers could not grow enough crops, even when the rains were good. The hunters can't catch animals, and the weavers couldn't sell their clothes. Everyone struggled except Aduni. Her canteen was always full, and her wealth grew bigger every day. Nobody understood why the villagers were suffering. They only knew that they felt weak and tired after eating Aduni's food. But they still couldn't stop themselves from going back for more. It was as if her food had some kind of magic in it. One day, a young woman named Bola came to live in Idera. She was new to the village and didn't know much about Aduni's canteen. Bola was smart, curious, and hardworking. She noticed how the villagers spent their money at the canteen, but never seemed to be happy. Bola decided to work for Aduni to understand why her food was special. She begged Aduni for a job, and Aduni, who needed more hands because her canteen was always busy, agreed. Bola started as a cleaner but paid close attention to everything Aduni did. One night, Bola pretended to leave after work but secretly stayed behind to watch Aduni. She hid in a corner of the canteen and waited. When Aduni thought she was alone, she brought out a small black pot. Inside the pot was something that looked like red oil but smelled strange. She whispered words Bola could not understand and poured the strange oil into the food she was cooking. Bola watched in shock as Aduni laughed quietly and said, "Let them eat and bring me their glory. They will remain poor and I will grow richer." Bola realized that Aduni's food was not just tasty, it was enchanted. The oil Aduni used was stealing the villagers' luck and success, making them poorer while giving all their blessings to Aduni. The next morning, Bola called a meeting in the village square. She told everyone what she had seen the night before. At first, the villagers didn't believe her. They couldn't imagine that Aduni, who always smiled and served them food, could do such a thing. But Bola didn't stop. She asked some of the elders to search Aduni's kitchen. When they found the black pot hidden in a corner, they knew Bola was telling the truth. The elders demanded Aduni explain herself. Caught, Aduni refused to speak at first, but when they threatened to burn her canteen, she confessed. She admitted that she had learned dark magic from her grandmother. She used the magic oil to steal the villagers' fortune and turned it into wealth for herself. The villagers were furious. They dragged Aduni to the edge of the village and banished her. She was told never to return, and her canteen was burned down. Aduni begged for forgiveness, but the villagers refused to listen. From that day, everything changed. The farms began to produce more crops. The hunters caught plenty of animals, and the weavers sold their clothes far and wide. The villagers prospered, and everyone was happier. As for Aduni, she was never seen again. Some say she wandered the forest searching for another village to trick, but others believed her magic turned against her, leaving her as poor as those she had once cheated. Bola became a hero in Idera, and the villagers always remembered her bravery. They learned to trust their own hard work and never let greed or magic rule lead their lives again.